Okay, beautiful people, how are you all doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. So, I'm not going to shout that much, but if you are thinking of moving abroad this year or next year, this is a video for you to watch and actually make a decision. Now, if you want to migrate to Europe and your money in 2026, preferably because most of the universities are already closed, if your money is 3 million CFA francs, and how much is 3 million CFA francs? If you have like 4,500 euros or 5,000 euros, all right, or around 4,005, 46, 5,000, and you want to move to Europe, countries in the Schengen zone, countries in the European Union, then you should watch this video till the very end. Now, I want to tell you that if you have this money and you also have a sponsor, then this video is for you. Someone who can give you a bank statement or a blocked account or anything. Now, I'm going to be giving you this. And remember, this video is for you because, of course, you have to consider visa fee, you have to consider travel, you have to consider a tuition fee. Okay, so we are going to list some countries here. I'm going to talk about some countries in no particular order, and I will give you some information you need. The very first country I'm going to talk about, which I came back from a few days back, is it last week, is Germany. Now, this is what you need to know about Germany. Tuition fee in Germany is somehow free in some universities, public universities, I mean, and some public universities are also not free. Okay, but majority of German universities are free of charge, tuition fee. So basically, you are going to pay just a semester contribution. Now, also understand that cost of living in Germany is around 850 to 900 euros a month. Okay, Germany is actually cheaper than the Netherlands when it comes to moving abroad, studying there in general. Yeah, Germany is cheap. Then also the language of instruction in most programs in public universities is mostly English at master's and PhD level. But if you want to study, let's say, a bachelor's program, some universities also have bachelor's degree programs in English. If you check this channel, you are going to see most of those universities I mentioned before. So if you are new, take your time to go through the channel. So if you want to study in English in Germany, it's possible. Okay, you do not need a German language test if you are going for master's and PhD. PhD in Germany is fully funded, so it's like a job. Okay, but again, if you want to do this application, go to this website DAAD, or you go to Uni Assist. But if you really want to apply for English programs, you should check that DAAD capital, put it on Google. But if you go through Uni Assist, understand that you are going to make an application fee payment. I explained this before in most of our videos. The videos are on the channel, so please go there and check. Then also understand that this money, remember I talked about if you have 3 million. Now this 3 million, you are going to use it for all this process. Okay, payment of application fee, payment of visa fee, and every other thing, maybe flight and allowances. Okay, but when it comes to your visa funds requirements, it's usually the money the government wants to see from you, or the money that you have to tell the government that you actually have money to take care of yourself while you are living and studying in Germany. It's called proof of funds. Proof of funds with Germany is almost close to 12,000 euros now, and it's usually in the form of a blocked account or an affidavit of support. So put this into consideration. Now, this blocked account, you have to create an account in Germany. I have a video I did about that. Then the affidavit of support, you can get it from somebody who lives and work in Germany. The person must reside in Germany. Okay. And also do not forget that they have to check the person's income. It's not just any type of person. The person must have at least a full-time job. Okay. Or because if you do not have a full-time job, it doesn't make sense. If you are working part-time, you shouldn't be able to sustain yourself and then sponsor somebody, except that you have a company. I hope you understand me. This thing is about logic. I have a video I did about it. So now this sponsor, remember I said if you have that 3 million and you have a sponsor, Now, the sponsor is the one to give you this affidavit. Your 3 million, you are only using it to sort out the bills, visa application fee, and then you pay your semester contribution. Because, like I said, in Germany, you are going to pay semester contribution. Do not forget that, it's very important. Then, also, you need to understand that Germany is a country that has high quality education. German universities are recognized worldwide, and equally, there are work opportunities, job opportunities in Germany. Most international students, of course, work in Germany part time, and most of them, when they graduate, they also find jobs. Okay, don't go to Germany and you are like, oh, I'm looking only for an English job, a good job. No, please pick what is available and earn your euros. Okay, Germany is a good country. I was there I think last month, right? Yeah, you guys saw my details and the videos on my TK platform and FB. So if you have a way, move to Germany, and of course, their programs are usually in English as well. Like I said, then also apply for universities in cities with lower living costs. I also talked about this year, and I think it is a key factor in your moving abroad, because of course, remember, you are still talking about the 3 million you have. So this money, if you pick a university that, of course, you are going to be sponsored, the money in your blocked account is going to take care of your living costs. But if you are going to a city that has a higher living cost, okay, if, for example, lower living cost cities are Dresden and Leipzig and all those petty places like Bonn and the rest. But if you go to a place like Hamburg and Frankfurt, of course, it's a bit expensive in there, and you are going to pay a lot of money for accommodation, because probably you might find an accommodation and they will ask you to pay a deposit or something, and you will have to pay because you cannot reject it. Otherwise, you may not be able to get the accommodation. So these are some things that you need to know about Germany. If you have 3 million and you have a sponsor, the 3 million will take care of your flight, visa fee, then take care of if there is any legalization. But you do not need legalization to study in Germany, except that the university asks you. Because I remember in 2019, one school asked me this information, okay? Meanwhile, others do not really need it. But if you do not have the money, you need to start searching for scholarships. It is very important. Then country number 2 we are going to talk about is France. France is also a country with lower tuition universities. And remember, I've said multiple times here that there are universities in France, 3 categories of them. The first category is those that you are going to pay under 243 euros per academic year. Then the second category are those that you are going to pay 3,770 euros, something thereabout, per academic year. And the last category are those that you are going to pay above 5,000 euros. Now, this category of 250 or thereabout, 243, 250 or thereabout, are those that when you get admission, they are going to ask you to just apply for your visa and move in. But the category of 3,770 euros, they might also ask you not to pay anything. They will not even mention it. You just apply for your visa and move in. And then the category of 5,000 and above, you are going to pay at least a deposit. Sometimes they will say pay 4,000, sometimes 3,500, sometimes 5,500, depending on your tuition fee, because those ones are quite expensive. So you should put all these things into consideration. So that is for France. Then you can also study a bachelor's, master's, or PhD in English. I have videos I did about that. Now, remember, I talked about Germany before. Few schools are still open for admissions, but right now, to me, it's a bit late. And if you are looking at France, it's also closed. You cannot apply now. Only those who already got admissions are applying for visas to move to France as I speak to you. Then also understand that we are talking about France. Remember, we are also saying if you have 3 million and you have a sponsor. Now, for France, like I said before, the living cost is a bit lower. In France, you are going to spend around 600 euros to like 900 euros a month. Okay, then the language is mainly French in France, but there are schools you can study in English. I talked about this before. I mentioned Université Paris-Saclay, Université d'Orléans, Université Paris-Cité. I talked about them on the channel. There are videos already. So please check the channel and then listen to these videos and see which one can favor you. So if you want to study in France in 2026, prepare your documents and begin search. Universities will be open October, November, December for 2026 intake. And if you want to get these cheaper universities, start your search from October, September, October, okay? Because it's going to be competitive, and prepare your documents on time. Do your search, do due diligence, and then decide on which one you want to go and apply for multiple schools, okay? Then also remember, we are talking about 3 million if you have it. And also understand that for France, you are going to go through Campus France. Now, your 3 million is going to sort Campus France, sort your legalization front and back, all the transportation, your flight ticket. Then, now for visa requirements, you need one document called the proof of funds. The proof of funds currently for France is around close to 8,000 euros, the updated version. And now this is where your sponsor will come in and supply you with the document, the proof of funds document, right? Now they can give you an affidavit of support, they can give you a bank statement, your sponsor can be anybody in as much as they give you the right documentation. There is a video I did on the platform where I said, if your sponsor is giving you anything, a sponsorship letter, affidavit of sponsorship must be there, duly legalized. Okay, so follow that video and get more of the information. And also, the tuition fee in France is affordable, good public services, good roads, good universities, recognized worldwide, strong education system. So that is for France. And then let's take a look at the next country, which is Hungary. If you have 3 million, which is your own, and you have a sponsor, you should consider Hungary, going to Hungary. Now, there are a lot of videos I did on the platform. And as I'm talking to you, schools are still open in Hungary. I know a couple of students, few students who are going to Hungary this year. They booked calls with me before. If you want to book a call with me, the link will be down there. Please check the link from the description box. And then if you have doubts, you talk to me. Now, for Hungary, understand that tuition fee range from around 1,200 to like 5,000 euros. And also, there are scholarships in Hungary. But this scholarship called this Hungarian Stipendium, it has a particular time frame and you have to go through various procedures. I did a video about that before, right? There are changes that occur every year, so you have to always check all of this. Now, with the Hungarian Stipendium, if you win it, your tuition fee will be waived. Okay, but if you do not win it, you have to fund your academics. But for tuition fee, know that it's 1,200 to like 5,000 euros. Then living cost in Hungary is very low. Remember, I said in Germany it's like close to 900, depending on where you live, by the way. And in France, it's around 600, 700, 750. But also in Hungary now, living cost is around 400 to 700. Now, Hungary is quite affordable, quite cheap. It's somehow affordable though. Now, you should understand that Germany is better than France, better than Hungary, right? So you have to rank them up there. But again, you always need to do many applications in case you don't get what you want to go, in case your sponsor does not live in Germany to give you affidavit, in case you do not have the money for blocked account, you can choose France or Hungary, right? But again, the time for the application matters a lot. Now, that is for living cost. Your living cost is going to come from your 3 million. Do not forget, before you move, because you need accommodation, sometimes you may have to pay a deposit. So you should put this into consideration. And also when you get admission in Hungary, you are going to pay your tuition deposit from that your 3 million. Then the language of instructions of most programs in Hungary is English. You have University of Debrecen, University of Budapest, University of Pécs, University of Mayo-Sig. There are so many of them I did videos about before. So you can check the channel. Even right now as I'm talking to you, admissions is still open in Hungary. If you want to apply, go and check University of Pécs. But remember, you have to do some tests in the hospital. Make sure when you are filling the forms, check very well. I know this because I've checked. Then those of you who want to do nursing, go and check this university, University of Pécs. Okay. I have checked and I know what I'm saying. So very soon the admission will be closed. If you haven't applied, go and apply now. Then also understand that for visa, you must show proof of ability of support. And this is where your sponsor will now come in. Okay. But make sure before you apply, make sure you watch those videos I did about how your sponsor is going to do. Your sponsor needs to sign your sponsorship letter, legalize it, give you all supporting documents, evidence to show how he is making his money. Okay. This is the way proof of funds work in Hungary. And you have to be careful too. Do not sponsor yourself and just sit quiet. Also try to get a sponsor. It's important for you to show your own bank statement, but also show that of your sponsor. Okay, so now with that your 3 million, you are going to pay your fees. Maybe do, because you also need to do legalization stuff of your documents, authentication, legalization before visa fee and all the rest. Then also understand that living cost is very low in Hungary. And of course, Hungary is a student with a lot of international students. So if you are looking for a place to migrate, you can choose Hungary. Yes, trust me on this. Hungary is not of that standard, but if you are looking for a place where you are not going to pay too much, then I think you should look at Hungary. Now, in another video, we are still going to talk about some countries. If you have 3 million CFA francs, which is around 4 5 to 5,000 euros or dollars, then you should consider them. Your job is that your 3 million is to sort every other thing. Then your sponsor now can take charge of how of the money or the budget you are going to use for your proof of funds or visa application. Okay, so I hope this helps you. Before I go, please do not forget to share the video. Do not forget to subscribe, and also understand that things are getting worse day in, day out. You saw what happened in the US. You saw what is happening in UK. Very soon, the Netherlands is coming with their own. If you have admission, put in for visa real quick. I wish you all the best. We meet again in